Okay, so which unit would you use to measure the amount of water in a swimming pool? Not blank, sorry. Cups, pints, or gallons? Cups are for baking. Pints are a little larger, but not large enough to fill a swimming pool, so the answer would be C, gallons. Which holds more, 1 quart or 1 pint? 1 quart. How many quarts are in a gallon? There are 4 quarts in a gallon. So there are quarters in a gallon, because quarter means 4. A small bottle of juice holds 2 cups. How many bottles will make 1 quart? Answer is 2 bottles, because 4 cups is a quart. It's a little confusing, but which is the best estimate for a glass of milk? 1 cup, 1 pint, or 1 gallon? 1 gallon would be like a small portion of a swimming pool, but that's still like a very large amount of milk. A pint would be almost like, a gallon would be like the entire milk carton, which is a lot, and then a pint will be like maybe half the milk carton. So the answer would be a cup, because most people drink cups of milk. A loaf of bread weighs about 2 pounds. Estimate the weight of 5 loaves. So 5 times 2 is 10. 5 loaves would weigh 10 pounds. Customer units of weight. Which unit would you use to measure the weight of an apple? An ounce, pound, or ton? A ton is for elephants, so not this one. A pound is for the weight of people, so maybe if you had multiple apples, but for one apple, ounce would be the right answer. Which is heavier, 1 pound or 8 ounces? There are 16 ounces in a pound. That means 1 pound is larger, because 16 ounces is larger than 18 ounces. This is abbreviated as LBS. I don't know why. A large watermelon weighs 20 pounds. About how many ounces is that? So 20 times 16. Since these numbers are too big, you could also do 2 times 16, which, if you add up, is 32. Then you add the 0 back on, so the answer is 320 ounces. Which object would most likely weigh a ton? A bicycle, a car, or a backpack? You wouldn't be able to carry a ton on your back, so not a backpack. And you also probably wouldn't be able to ride on something that weighed a ton, because then it'd be really hard to move. So it'd be a car, because cars, motors, and engines that can move that much weight. A puppy weighs 12 pounds. If it grows and gains 8 pounds, how many pounds does it weigh now? So 12 plus 8 equals 20. He weighs 20 pounds now, or she. A car weighs about 2 tons. About how many pounds is that? So if 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, that means 2 tons is equal to 4,000 pounds. Water freezes at blank degrees Fahrenheit. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's 0 degrees Celsius, which is considered the freezing point for water. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. These questions are more concepts you need to know for math in the future, but you're supposed to search them up, because there's no real trick to getting the answers. And then the next question, which temperature is warmer? The warmer temperature is B, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, because larger than 45. The temperature in the morning is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. By the afternoon, it rises 15 degrees. So 60 plus 15 is 75 degrees. The new temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Summer day. Okay, which temperature would most likely describe a summer day? 32 is pretty chilly. It'd be maybe not in California, but it'd be considered winter for most other countries, so that probably wouldn't be summer. 50 is a little chilly, like August maybe, so 85 would most likely describe a summer day, because you always want to go to the beach and things and hot temperatures, and 85 is the highest temperature here. Which temperature would most likely describe snowy weather? So the temperature closest to the freezing degree of water, which is 32, so that'd be 25. 25 was the closest to 32 and would most likely describe sunny weather. Jamie poured 3 quarts of lemonade into a jug. She added 1 quart more. How many gallons of lemonade does she have? So if she had 3 quarts and then added 1 quart, that means she has 4 quarts. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. Sorry, that's not a gallon. A cat weighs 8 pounds, a dog weighs 35 pounds. How much heavier is the dog than the cat? So 35 minus 8 is equal to 27. The dog is 27 pounds heavier than the cat. The temperature at noon is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. By sunset, it drops 18 degrees. It doesn't drop to 18 degrees, it drops by 18 degrees. So 82 minus 18 is equal to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. A bucket holds 4 gallons of water. If half the water spills, how many quarts are left? So 4 gallons divided by 2 is equal to 2. So you have 2 gallons of water left, which put into quarts, you have to multiply this by 4, is 8 quarts of water. A package weighs 48 ounces. How many pounds does it weigh? If a package weighs 48 ounces, then you could divide by 16, which would get you 3. So the answer would be 3 pounds because there are 16 ounces in a package.